You're welcome to Nonprofit Solutions Matter daily radio show, where we talk about pressing issues nonprofit founders go through. We talk about trending topics in the nonprofit space. We talk about challenges nonprofit founders are experiencing, CEOs are experiencing, and of course, we provide solutions to these challenges and, of course, invite other professionals to join us to come talk on topics that are very interesting. So, today we're going to be talking about how do I find companies to give to my nonprofit? We've been getting this question over and over again. So, we're going to be starting by answering this question today. But before I go on, if you're experiencing fundraising challenges, you're experiencing challenges with your board, organizing them to raise money, working with them to be able to build the organization, I would say schedule a free call with us, schedule a free fundraising and board assessment call with us. And then, of course, we can help you forward to be able to raise money, provide you ideas, recommendations on what to do to move forward. Of course, text me with my number on the screen to move forward. Now, back to the topic. We got a question. How do I find companies to give to my nonprofit? So, if you have a question you want us to answer, feel free to drop your question in the comment section below. Send us your question. Of course, one of these days, as we come on here, we get to answer them. If you drop your question here, I'll look at them and see how I can answer them now. But for now, I'm going to go straight in. How do I find companies who are willing to give to my nonprofit? So this is one question that has been bothering, founders. The idea of getting companies to donate to sponsor your brand is good, but who do you even reach out to, right? Because of course you have to reach out. So how do you identify who to reach out to? We have a number of ways to identify who to reach out to when we work with nonprofits to be able to identify corporate partners that they can build relationship with, that can bring money and support to the organization. So one of the ways we do that is, where are you located, right? Who do you serve? Answering these questions are like the key to knowing who to reach out to be able to donate, companies to reach out to be able to support your organization. So the key, I think the fine line is really identifying who your organization serve, your target audience, and then find brands that actually serve same audience. So it's as simple but as difficult as that. Who do you serve? Do you serve children, right? Do you do school outreaches and you serve children? Who are the same companies that serve these children? Of course, we have schools who serve these same kids. We have brands that create, make books, that produce writing materials. These range of brands that serve kids. But if we want to be strategic in that direction, we could also say who serve the parents of these kids. So, for example, if you're targeting schools in Boston, we could now look at parents of students in Boston and then begin to identify who are the companies that serve these parents. And then we can also anchor our campaign around them, because by serving these kids, we're also serving these parents. They are also your target audience. So the key is basically identifying who you serve, right? And brands that benefit from who you serve, and then reaching out to these brands. Of course, there are other criteria which I'm going to go into shortly, but I really want to dig into this because this is like the core of finding companies that are going to donate or support your brand. These companies are looking to find headway into the audience you serve. Some of these brands who serve this audience already that you serve are looking to establish their brand in the heart of this audience, right? So you could be that key, you could be that link for them to get to this community, these people they serve, and then of course you can now get funding flow to your organization to be able to do the things that can help them also establish their brands in the heart of their target audience. So I know it's not that simple, of course, but this is the key of identifying who to serve. There are processes that's going to be involved in reaching out to these companies, their proposals and all that. But when it comes to identifying the companies who serves your target audience, who sells to them, right? This is what you should look out for. Of course, the idea of your location is also a huge factor. So, right, if you are in Chicago, you should also be able to reach brands in Chicago, because if you have a good established nonprofit brand in Chicago, you can be able to, negotiate with companies in Chicago to say, I can be your way in to this audience that we already serve, right? So location is another huge factor. Aside location, mission alignment is another huge factor as well. So, there are a lot of brands out there that are sustainably cautious. They are, humanitarian conscious. They know they want to be able to support. If your brand happens to have companies like that who are, humanitarian conscious, and of course their brands are structured in such a way that they also want to be able to serve, then you find a perfect fit, right? So you could look out there. For example, my mission is to be able to empower women, financial literacy, right? Which brand is out there that also have the same mission of empowering women? It may not be in terms of financial literacy, right? For example, you may find Victoria's Secret. I don't know what their motto is. Their motto could be, empowering women to become more beautiful. That's an alignment, right? As long as they also empower women, regardless of the area, that's an alignment. So mission alignment is also a huge way. Location alignment is a huge way. But the most important way is target audience alignment, because these companies are looking to increase their profit share. These companies are looking to grow. These companies are looking to, expand. And of course, if your nonprofit could be a headway into that audience, if your nonprofit could give them the way in, or give them the way to establish their brand, give them the way to, just get into that audience, I tell you, a lot of companies would run towards you. So basically, that's how you find companies that are willing to give to you. It's going to require research, right? Look out there. Who are those companies that serve this audience? Do a Google search, ask questions. As you begin to identify these companies, right? Create a list of these companies and do take a step further to identify the executives of these companies, because these guys are the decision makers and these are the people you want to reach out to. So, I've been able to answer this question. Of course, tomorrow when we come on the non-profit solutions matter daily radio show, we're going to talk about another question and really go deep into what we've seen that has worked, challenges, and solutions. Again, if you're experiencing fundraising challenges, if you're experiencing challenges with your board, if you're experiencing challenges with your organization, we want to talk to you. Schedule a free call with us. Text me on the number on your screen. I'll send you a link to schedule a free call. We'll talk, we'll discuss, identify where the challenges are, identify a step-by-step, action plan we can all implement on, and of course, you can begin to transform your organization forward. Yeah. So I'm looking out for questions. I'm going to leave the show open for a few more minutes. If I get any question, I'm going to come back on here to come, talk about the question, provide solutions. But if I don't, of course, I'm going to end the show. So let me give you some good music while you stay with me. All right. Since there's no comment, I think it's time to go. So thank you all for having me. Until I see you again tomorrow, where we talk about another question and answer. Bye bye.